We are TOs for this event, but we're gonna do something crazy for you all this afternoon after eating cake, raffle, taking a photo. We're actually gonna run the production and commentate for you while it's happening. So Fusion's gonna be like spec camming and speaking at the same time, much like playing a guitar and singing a song.
Turns out all the commentators are playing.
Yeah.
So
that's actually what that means. So, but currently,
I've never done this. I'm not good at multitasking.
No, I'm not either. I'm not very good at multitasking. Everybody's in the lobby. But if you actually look behind you, so if you look over here, yeah, so these are our pals playing. We have I Like Sushi and Speedle, and this guy, whoever this guy is, whoever that is right there.
Someone offered to do spec cam and I refused because I'm proud, I guess.
Yeah. No, we're too proud to ask for more help.
We've already asked for a lot of help.
We already asked for a lot of help, so we're too proud. Anyways, we're coming back over here. So,
you're on camera.
Yeah, that's Eden, by the way. Yeah, there he is. That's Eden, by the way. So, we're still waiting for our folks to get all situated. By the way, I'm Saf. This is Fusion, or Speedle and Sushi, if you will.
We go together like Speedle and Sushi.
We go together like Speedle and Sushi. That's what we tell
Whatever
people.
that might mean.
Yeah, that's what we tell people, though. And they wonder, but that's what we tell people. So here's the thing. Here's our maps, right? But the thing is nobody's won yet. So we're going to live turn this off in front of all of you. And you're going to watch me turn it off. Even though that's what I'm doing when you're not looking at me.
This is what people pay for, the behind the scenes.
Yeah. People pay buco bucks for this.
You don't know how OBS works. Saf's gonna tell you everything
it's open
in
source,
the next 5 minutes.
And I made it.
Yeah, Saf made it actually. The whole thing.
My job is computer. I've been telling people that all day.
Famously, she is outstanding.
Yeah. That's Takatha also,
field.
by the way. We're behind the production desk, so you get to see all of our
boxes,
our stuff, our
that we normally hide.
Yeah, you normally don't get to see this, so you're really getting like an exclusive look. Oh my gosh, like I'll even take it a step further. Let's get rid of the third. Ready? Bada bing, bada boom. That was really cool, but watch, I'm gonna make it reappear.
Now you can see what awkward things I do with my hands.
It does kind of look awkward. Like the bar actually has a really good like cutoff height. Because this is just kind of like... we look like we're really uncomfortably like watching a movie.
This is like POV, you're actually like 10 feet tall.
Oh, yeah,
and
that
you're
too.
just like looking down at us. You're like, this is what bugs, or sorry, what bugs see when you lift the rock. Yeah.
What bugs see when you lift the rock.
Yeah.
Something like that. Give me your best, like, now that we could kind of have, like, a more body view, give me your best, like, little...
I'm going to pull this out, so 1 second.
Oh, okay.
You told me don't move much. You did tell me don't move much.
You're right. No, you're right. And then I just, like, asked you to move. Oh, shit. Wait, let me go that way. Anyways, these yahoos haven't started yet. There might be a problem, though. They just all looked at me. Okay, never mind. They're ready. Okay, so Redemption, round 1, Fusion. Redemption, round 1. We're looking at I Like Sushi and Speedle and Steel. Speedle and Steel put up such a good fight earlier in the day against Communication Error. And Communication Error, the first time that they ever came to SeaBATTLE was last SeaBATTLE, and we originally seeded them very low, and they did very, very good. They, like, blew our expectations out of the water, but that's what happens when somebody new comes in and we don't know, and we're like, okay. Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like we can go into the game for a second. However,
for a second.
And that is what I mean by a second. All we are getting is exactly 1 second. We're actually going to play the end the game simulator right now for who's going to do it the quickest.
It's me.
And oh!
Damn.
Okay. That was fun.
Static. The trigger fingers.
Yeah, so Static had the quick draw on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine trying to commentate like a Western shootout?
They're staring
Oh,
at each
well,
other.
see, that's the thing. There's no comms over there because we're over here. I forgot already that we're not over there. We're over here.
Oh, yeah, you're not transitioning to comms.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So they had to restart really quick. The maps are up at the top. We're going into Rainmaker Manta Maria to start us off in the Redemption round. Fusion, can you explain how Redemption works for people that don't know?
Yeah, sure. So we are doing, it's not quite the same format we've always done, but typically we are doing a pool format. So people are just placed in the same pool. They have to play against each other. In this instance, we did a Swiss format. First place gets automatically to top cut. Second and third place get a chance to make top cut. That is what Redemption is. So these matches are happening. It's not just this one match, I believe, but essentially these teams are all fighting to reach top cut. So there are 4 teams in this, quote, double elimination bracket. 4 teams in this, in this like Redemption bracket, and 2 of them will end up in top cut, and that's what these 2 teams are fighting for. The other 2 teams will end up in a separate bracket where they can fight for the silver, or in this case, purple finals. Let's get into this game, Saf. It is Redemption time.
Finally, dude. We ate so much cake, and now we had it, and now we're gonna eat it too, as you said earlier. But it's gonna be in the form of Splatoon. So, okay, Manta Maria, Rainmaker. Where the heck is the Rainmaker? Well, it's in the center of the stage, of course. I mean, where else would it be? So, I Like Sushi is already collapsing in on it and actually making the first pop.
Yeah, I Like Sushi. An interesting opening here. They're already getting such great control. Enki is clearing so much space in the bunker, and that is going to enable Crow to get a clear push around that right side. Sword versus Rella, not a good matchup for that Sword, but Otter showing what she can do best, and that is fight with that Sorella Brella. And that is going to allow Speedle and Sushi to re-stabilize on their side of the map. They do end up losing that checkpoint, which could prove fatal in the future, but for now, they appear to be safe. Yeah,
and to go back to Otter, too, they've been absolutely, quite literally killing it with the Inkjet today. I mean, consistently, the stream, whenever they're on stream, the stream immediately beelines it for them to try to check out what it is that she is cooking up, and the Inkjet has been a crucial tool for Speedle today, except if you're going against someone like Enki, because holy smokes, that's 3 down, Fusion.
Oh yeah, and you know he's farming Aura. He's also farming that bubble. It goes down in front of that checkpoint. That is going to the Rainmaker dashing forward and dunking it. Whew.
Yeah, tension was really high with that one. I mean, we're sitting here behind the screens, but like I could hear Enki loud and clear yelling for his triple kill. So that, I mean, there's a lot of excitement here riding in Redemption bracket. So it's very, very exciting already to start us off.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can tell they like Sushi because that play was raw.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, I had that in my chamber for like 30 seconds, and I was
I know you were really holding on to that one. It was burning a hole in your pocket.
I'm sorry, I have to. The puns will kill me. I don't choose to make them. They just. Gosh.
They're all like out in the back in the alley, like kicking and punching you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The puns.
I've never seen Inside Out, but I imagine it's like that.
Oh, with like, oh, yeah, okay.
No. Sorry, no. I mean, Inside Out is like a bunch of emotions back in the alley fighting.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Beating me up.
No, exactly.
That's exactly what I mean.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, okay, great.
And
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, and that's in fact exactly what I was saying. All right, so that was start to finish, like, textbook Rainmaker game. Sometimes you blink and you miss it. So I Like Sushi is leading the charge here in this bout on our first Redemption round. We're looking in at Clam Blitz on Museum de Alfonsino. Now, Fusion, I'm completely convinced after this triple Aura burst that we got to see from Enki earlier that the roller is going to be here to stay, and especially on the ledges that you have on some place like Museum. You really want somebody to be there and shark and protect any sort of drop down damage that's going to come your way.
Yeah, I certainly think that is a good point, Saf. It's definitely valuable if you can get that roller up towards the spinner, but on the other hand, it could be a little bit difficult for the roller to move from the spinner, so it could be a really valuable like defensive piece and like just allowing the team to continue to push. But I'm wondering how I Like Sushi is going to like really create that opening, because this map notoriously big.
Notoriously big, totally. And a lot of verticality as well. There's a lot of places that you can climb. Been seeing a lot of like interesting cheese with climbing to the top of the spinner.
Yeah.
And like just somehow getting yourself all the way up there. Actually, I'm pretty sure Vapor like did this, like he coined this, but he triple splashed down to the top of the spinner.
Yeah.
So we're just finding new ways to break the game left and right, and allowing our Nintendo overlords to patch all of our fun if we keep revealing it to them. But only time will tell that if that will continue on as we keep it uncovering more and more little things and ways that we can do silly things in the game. But for now, we're actually going to play Museum de Alfonsino on Clam Blitz. Not a whole lot of comp changes going on from the looks of it, except I believe the rapid
the quad flank! The quad flank, hold up.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Oh, goodness. And Enki does end up going down, but my God, what an opening.
You have to wonder, too, like, we're so close enough to them that we can hear some of their call-outs, and it was awfully quiet over there until the quad flank
They don't know I'm
came
here,
out.
guys.
They don't know.
It turns out
but
that
they
doesn't
don't know
work.
that we're all here. They don't know that we're all here with Speedle and Steel popping the basket first.
Yeah, that basket blown open. A whole lot of picks, a little bit of clams so far. Brave Sauce doing a lot of damage. 3 kills with that Rapid Pro. Oh my gosh, just slicing and dicing. I love that weapon. A lot of fun. I mean, God, Inkped has a super good Frozen Pro, or not Frozen Pro. No, yes, Frozen.
But also, yes,
Frozen Pro, right? No.
Yes. Yes.
Winters
Pro.
I knew it was icy. It was icy themed. There we go. Yeah, she's got a very cool one that she painted. Anyway, I Like Sushi back in this game.
Yeah, I Like Sushi finally back in the swing of things here. No points on the board just yet. Still plenty of time, though, to kind of turn that around. The pencil, though, on the side of Speedle and Sushi has now popped their cooler out, but it doesn't matter, Fusion, because I Like Sushi is knocking on their door.
Yes, they are. Just a few more clams for a lead here. Brave Sauce doing some nice damage, spacing out with that Rapid Blaster. Unfortunately, not going to be able to make their way in with those clams, but the rest of the team will follow up. Actually, yes, Avocado is on that different Brella this time. That is the recycled Brella for that bubble, which certainly could give their team some extra points. And Speedle and Steel must be it's a Rabbit and Steel. Anyway, bullet hell game. They're just, I don't know how they're alive so long. They're dodging bullets up there under the basket.
Yeah, they are. And it looks to me, too, that I Like Sushi is very much up on the defensive game here because Speedle and Steel has not let go of this pit area or letting anybody try to infiltrate. All 4 members of I Like Sushi are very much kind of trapped on their platform area, don't really have a lot of places to go here unless they start toppling the offense of Speedle. But if you kind of start trading each other out, it's not really going to give you much effort here. Still 41-65. There's one special online for I Like Sushi. Fusion, I mean, it's just a stall. Speedle's just going to stall them out as long as they can.
Yeah, but God, Speedle is doing a great job stalling them so far, but this is still a really dicey situation. Only like 2 power clams separate the teams here, but I mean, I Like Sushi has been having a really hard time moving anywhere at this point. We've constantly seen Speedle and Steel sitting over on that left side. What do you think that I Like Sushi could do to really just like get out of this? Because it seems like they're just running into that brick wall.
Yeah, it really does seem that way. And I think one thing that already that my eyes like is finding so interesting is that Ollie, who so famously has 20 Pew Pew at home and just 20 Pew Pew, the actual team with all the Bamboozlers, Ollie is going to be using that Sniper Rider 5H, that pencil, to be the supportive weapon for I Like Sushi. And so far, it's been working out really well for them because we have our second basket pop by I Like Sushi and now taking the lead in tow as well. Crow trying to take a fight there in front of the basket, but is going to opt to try to back out. Sakura is going to launch their Killer Whale and finally displace the members of I Like Sushi away from the basket.
Yeah, what a nice push. Just able to get that lead, sneak in. They didn't even take too many members down in that situation. Super duper clean push. That lead is going to be extra valuable. We're just 1 minute away from the end of this game. I Like Sushi wants to get that second points on the board, but Sakura has other things in mind with a very nice flank.
Yeah, and they're not going to stop their fusion because they're looking to already try to come up on the top. They're going to move forward with Brave on the side there. Otter has a ball too in waiting, but again, who is there to answer the call? It's always Enki in that roller.
Oh yeah, I mean Enki has just constantly just been in the face of Speedle and Steel, hitting a few picks exactly when they need it. But so far, it's not quite. This is a super duper dicey situation. It's been enough to get I Like Sushi the lead, but one misstep could spell the end of it. And Speedle and Steel is pressuring hardcore here. Sakura with the ball. They have 2 power claims sitting at the ready. 4 members up. They have the cooler. They're ready to fight this. No one goes in just yet. They're going to end up moving in with that shield. A couple members go down. What is going on over there? Oh my. They're alive, and that will be a tie game. One more claim for the lead. Otter finds one more. The power claim is jumping its way in. That's going to be a score from Sakura. What?
That's the longest I think I've ever seen a tie in a game, but it's not over yet, folks. We are in overtime. They just need one more clam to try to shut it down and put this thing to rest. But nobody is going to be there to try to close the basket, but it's still, I Like Sushi has just a little bit of time to try to turn this around. The Booyah Bomb from Crow is going to come out. That's going to be a huge displacement tool, but it's not going to be quite enough. Otter's going to be really keen onto that, and there's going to be no ball in sight. That is Speedle putting us into the 1-1 tie.
Oh, what a nice defense there from Speedle and Steel. Oh, man, they just played so patiently towards the end of that game. When they were pushing, I mean, Recycled Brella, not exactly a offensive juggernaut, but excuse me, Otter was able to send those Brellas in and help the aggros of their team because members just kind of ended up getting like poked and going down. They ended up getting continuously pushed back. And I mean, if you keep them in that pit there behind the basket, hard to reach the other side of the plat.
Well, also, too, like, you have such a good defensive and, like, wall-type player in Enki as well, because, like, anytime that they tried to approach the ramp area to come up onto platform, Enki was right there to respond. Like, there was a bubble there. There was defensive maneuvering there. Members kept getting taken out, and you could literally see the members of T-Name kind of like, or no, excuse me, not T-Name, the members of Speedle kind of like sporadically jumping around on the ramp because they're like, okay, do I stay, do I go? But they waited for the strength in numbers. And then once they did do that, that's where that basket pop came in. And they were able to kind of prolong it, which also, I've never seen a tie lead or a tie like that stay as a tie for as long as that was.
No.
It was like 5 seconds. So is that long? No.
They had like the full basket, you know, open with the tie game, which is wild. I mean, you know, they didn't have to move immediately, and they took their time, and it worked out great. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so that's, to me, like, that's more impressive because a lot of times when you're in such a high stakes game like that, you're only a few points away and some change. You really do got to, like, lock in. That's the moment. You have to lock in, and you have to be paying attention to how people are going to try to configure themselves against you and topple your defense, but also playing the long game in the offense is also huge because you really do have more time on that basket timer than you think you do. You really do have a lot more time than you think.
Except in overtime. Then you have absolutely no time.
Then it's everything out the window. My blood's boiling. I'm sweating. I'm pitting out on my shirt.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
it's
like
time
Sushi
to act.
wish they had an extra second or two.
Yeah, and so do I, and so do we.
Yeah. Gosh, can you imagine the number of like big moments that would have been different when the power clam's spinning on the basket?
Right.
I'm thinking overtime versus the clam opening time, but yeah, like crazy. The number of times it comes down to the last like milliseconds. Crazy.
Like a millisecond, a frame, a dream, a hope, a breath, a wish. Any of those things, honestly. Any of those things. All the above.
Here we go. Game 3. Decisive game 3. Is going to be on Mahi Mahi Splat Zones. So I haven't seen this map in a little bit, honestly. I've seen it in comp, but I feel like we haven't had it in our map list too much. Yeah, no, it hasn't been around for a little bit. It doesn't really seem like it's been coming out to play very much. So it's kind of nice to see it here. And what I appreciate already right off the bat, I mean, Speedle and Steel has already stretched their resources out across the stage here to make sure that they have a really good presence in these opening seconds. Even with the missiles kind of acting as a displacement tool, Sakura is immediately going to respond with a displacement tool of their own. Yeah, the whales have certainly been keeping I Like Sushi back into their spawn, but I Like Sushi's doing a good job. They're being very resilient, just hanging on, being patient. They haven't gotten picked off near those edges, and you can see them just gathering together around that left side, super duper well placed. Even that bubble from Otter, which I think was a really good bubble, ended up getting taken out. They managed to just suddenly turn up the pressure in the nick of time, and you know, we do have Ollie on Bamboozler. I feel like Ollie on Snipe Rider
Some
just
normalcy.
feels, yeah, Ollie on Snipe Rider felt wrong to me. I don't know. Not my king.
Not my not my grass king, because bamboo's a grass. Oh, that's really funny. I agree too, because the play, like, bamboo is just so much more like fluid and fast, and Snipe Rider you have to be a little bit more meticulous with your shots, and like there's a limit and you can like see your limit, but with bamboo you can kind of just be a little more loose with it. So I don't know, that just to me speaks so much more to Ollie's play style. But as I say that, Fusion, as I live and breathe, I thought it was going to be over there for I Like Sushi, but they were immediately able to put a penalty onto the folks of Speedle just in the nick of time.
Yeah, Curse Kid was going wild there, just in the right spots at the right time, finding some very nice picks. But I Like Sushi, just the moment that Curse Kid turned their back, they were able to cap that zone. Oh, excuse me, the cake is getting to me. Oh, yeah, so I Like Sushi now storming back in, and Sauce is going to find 2. The timer's ticking down. Does I Like Sushi have what it takes to neutralize this? It's just static, and that is going to be a failed push, Saf.
Yeah, failed push indeed. Back into the hands of Speedle. This game is going with 2.5 minutes left to go. And you can already tell I Like Sushi is looking at all sides here to try to find an entry point. With 2 members down on Speedle, this would be the moment to do so. And there you have it. You have Enki trying to go up on the left-hand side here, but immediately gets called out by Cursed Kid, who is going to flank the side with Otter there. And going to actually take the zone back into their possession. Fusion, I Like Sushi is having a really hard time holding this zone for very long.
Yeah, they certainly are. It's definitely a bit interesting. It feels like they've just been kind of they've been very desperate to get to the zone. They've had a really hard time. Like the moment they just drop into that zone, it feels like they get the picks or they paint the zone, but they're just not able to really set themselves up for a super big push. I mean, they have a lot of like very, I think, independent weapons here. So I don't know, maybe they just haven't been playing perfectly in sync so far, but you know, maybe their fortunes have been changing, because I Like Sushi now looks pretty dang stable here in that zone until Curse Kid smacks him with a triple or quad from that Zuka.
Something like that.
They're farming some aura, that's all I know.
Yeah, they definitely, it's harvest season, I think, for Cursed Kid, because they are pulling all the crops left and right. They are farming their aura like crazy style. Finally, down to almost the last minute and some change of the game here. There's a special online for I Like Sushi on that Stamper. But again, what is a fella to do? Because there's Otter in my base, and they won't leave. Or no, that wasn't Otter. That was Brave. That was Sauce. That was Brave Sauce in my base.
Sauce. Anyway, I Like Sushi.
What the helly?
What the helly? Oh, never mind. Sorry, Speedle and Steel.
No, but what the helly?
Yeah, what the helly? I guess what the helly. Sorry, I got a little confused near the end there. Either way, Speedle and Steel, super strong showing. I got the colors mixed up in my brain.
That's okay. The colors were swapped for a little bit, and I didn't realize it until
okay.
later. But, oh, if anybody's wondering, Wani's leaving. Our Salmon Run TO. Bye, Wani.
Bye-bye, Wani. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wani.
My goat.
You look like you're taking a selfie with a selfie stick. Should we just do that for the rest of the time? Should I just hold it out like this?
I guess so. Sounds good to me. Keep your arm outstretched the whole time.
No, literally, like, firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. Okay, somebody, oh, okay. It wasn't that somebody left the lobby. They just had to actually, like, establish the lobby. So we're getting the weapons figured out. The specs have been chosen.
Yeah.
We've played, what was that? We played 2 games, 3 games. Oh my gosh. Stuff is happening, and I don't even know what's going on. Okay, we're in game number 4. So we have a guaranteed game 4. This is going to be match point for Speedle and Steel. They have to win 1 more in order to get out of redemption bracket.
Yeah.
And go into purple bracket. Right?
No, redemption makes top cut.
Redemption makes top. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, girl? I didn't know that.
Girl, this is your ninth. You've been running quad. You've been the one swapping it from Redemption to
And guess
Tonka.
what? The stream started on time for the first time in 9 SeaBattles.
Honestly, that's incredible. It's
when setup takes 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean you're always back here.
I'm taking that.
Just locking in.
That's a dub. We take those.
Masterclass in production from Saf. Not sarcastic.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think that that's
really
totally
good at
honest. But you're like, she's like really good.
Oh my god. I hope I don't sound like a mean girl.
No, you don't. You don't. No. I'm thinking of the part in Camp Rock where she's like,
okay.
she's like really good.
Okay. my head was reading that as sarcastic.
Back in the day with Demi Lovato, being a Disney, was Camp Rock Disney or Nickelodeon? I don't know. Somebody answer in the chat because we have a game to commentate.
No, it's okay. We can multitask more.
Okay, we can talk about Camp Rock and Splatoon at the same time.
Alrighty. Anyway.
Camp Rock.
Camp Rock.
Camp Rock. But this isn't Camp Rock. It's Undertow Spillway, and we're playing Tower Control. Yippee, yippee! And already, right off the bat, the tower's being taken into possession by I Like Sushi. There was a little bit of a bout in the center stage there. A couple of members going down here and there. A very brief hold by I Like Sushi, but Speedle and Steel is still here to stay over on the side. And especially somebody like Sakura on that ink brush, because my goodness, they're here, they're there, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they certainly are. Gosh. Yeah, moving on the right side, it's such a cluster here in that middle. Everyone is fighting for position, and Otter, yet again, dropping a wonderful bubble in between the enemy and that tower, and that's going to allow Speedle and Steel to roll past that first checkpoint, head to the second. Whether they're able to do anything about it remains to be seen. Enki throws 3 Zuka shots, finds nothing but air there, but they're going to come in and slow down the push, albeit after that checkpoint falls, finding 1 pick, looking for even more. They're going to scare out the rest of Speedle and Steel and get I Like Sushi back on their feet.
Yeah, and back on their feet they are, because that tower is sailing through the middle point, and all 4 members are firmly looking forward and trying to get this tower to go as far as they possibly can. And with checkpoint 1 out of their way, that's going to be a huge moment for the members of I Like Sushi to keep this party going, especially with 2 members down. This is looking like a really good recipe, Fusion.
Oh, it certainly is. Crow's doing some nice damage, disrupting. They managed to find a pick on that backline just a second ago, looking for even more, just keeping the enemy back. That tower reaches that checkpoint, and that is going to be huge. There is a flank from Sakura that is to be expected, but that is still the checkpoint and lead going to I Like Sushi. Ollie's still alive on that tower. Sakura ends up getting taken out as well. Great awareness from that team, just maintaining in their head that there is a flank. We can push the tower. We can multitask, right? You know, we can look forward and back at that same time. So I Like Sushi off to a great start halfway through this game.
I feel like we know a lot about multitasking because we actually are running production and commentating and spec camming and also telling you all about this game that's happening in front of us. So this match right here in history, this is actually the story of multitasking. This is like an origin story, or like a callback.
In production.
Yeah. A callback to the origin story of multitasking, because that is I Like Sushi to the T. However, Speedle and Steel now having a pretty decent presence in mid. There's still so much blue on the floor, though. It would actually lead you to think otherwise. And maybe even with 2 members going down also, I Like Sushi just kind of has to maintain their distance, Fusion, for 2 minutes.
Yeah, maintaining their distance could certainly be good for them, but man, do the points go quick on this map? They go so quick, and I Like Sushi not taking that 24 points on the board as the goalposts. They are continuing to move that tower forward, just applying that pressure. I think Enki has that Zuka online. Couple shots come out, does not find anything yet. The Zipcaster is going to come in. Sauce finds a nice pick. The checkpoint is going to begin going down, and it likely Speedle and Steel manages to stop the tower in the nick of time, but now they're going to have to mount a comeback with just 1 minute left on that clock.
And they haven't really been able to even get some sort of comeback started just yet in this match because Sushi's been sitting at a very low double-digit score for quite a while now, at least a minute or two. And it's just been Speedle trying to fight back and push as much as they can with less than a minute left to go here. It's a lot of time and not a lot of time all in one, because there's a lot of stuff that has to happen in these moments. And maybe now that we're seeing new points coming in on the board from Speedle and Steel, that is where this change can happen.
Yeah, and we saw those strikes just a second ago. Those are going to come out if we take too long with that tower. 2 members of Speedle and Steel end up getting taken out. Sakura taken out along that slick over by the base. So now Speedle and Steel down to their last legs in this game 4. They are being pressured pretty dang heavily. Speedle and Steel needs to find that way in. I think that starts with a flank here over on that left side. High. Oh, yep. Hi. We're taking a selfie. Let's go.
Well, more so I wanted to videotape us commentating because
that's a great idea.
I also love the sound of your voice. But Speedle,
What?
Sushi was looking really good right there, Fusion. They had
are
the
too
tower so
sweet.
far forward, but that was Speedle going to force it into the overtime. You have 2 members around the tower trying to push it forward. You have to throw as much pain as you can onto the floor and hope that your teammates are able to help you follow up as you enter the trenches. That is this elbow.
Oh my goodness, Enki beautifully positioned along that flank, comes from that off angle. It's a sea of, well, it's not a sea of red. The teal took over there towards the end there. Great stuff. I like Sushi taking this to a game 5.
This is the first game 5 on stream today, by the way.
This is huge.
Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go. This is huge.
This is definitely really interesting. Speedle has done very well in a lot of our most recent tournaments, and we know they want that top cut again.
Yeah, I think they've gotten 3rd twice in a row.
Yes, they have.
They've gotten 3rd twice in a row with like a little bit of a no, actually, I think the same roster both times.
Yeah.
No, a little bit different because Sakura played with them.
Yes.
So a little different because Sakura's playing with Speedle this time, but last time Sakura played with a different team because
Right?
No, because last time Sakura played with Osa's team.
Oh, yes.
And they won SeaBATTLE 8. But now Sakura is playing with Speedle again, and Speedle got 3rd place twice. But they still got 3rd without Sakura last time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think one of my favorite things about LANs is like when you meet someone and you probably like haven't seen them like online much, and they just continue to like impress you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I've been feeling about a lot of the members. Or just all of the members on the side of Speedle. I think that, I mean, I also feel the same way about the members of I Like Sushi as well, but I think some of them are like, you know, some of them are longtime community members for sure. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Speedle, Speedle has had a really great growth period, I think, in the last, like, 3 SeaBattles that we've seen them.
Yeah.
But also, they've been really present online, too.
Yeah.
And playing in different things, and they've only gotten better, which, by the way, I believe it's Kronos and Sakura are the actual coaches for that team, and Sakura will play with them sometimes, or, like, Kronos will fight them as Sunday Night Sneedle against Saturday Night Speedle.
Okay, some of them.
If you know,
some of that got a little bit lost in my head.
That's why if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you were there, the real ones were there,
The
and
real
they
ones
saw
were
it.
there. I apologize. I feel like every time I like look at like a list of or just like the results from the past events, I see like, oh yes, the winners were like Beans, Speedle, Sneedle, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I look at it and I'm like, oh God, how am I gonna remember who's on what team?
No, but it's exactly like that though, and that was so funny. We gave that match to NATO and Enki. We were like, all right, Saturday Night Speedle versus Sunday Night Sneedle. Have fun. Or Sunday morning Sneedle. Have fun. Here you go.
Game 5, get hype, Saf.
Yeah, Game 5. This is actually so exciting for so many reasons, and one of them being, like I just said, we have not had a Game 5 on stream yet today. So I Like Sushi and Speedle, thank you so much for bringing that for us in this first round of Redemption. And actually right off the bat, again, it's like the games have gotten more and more tense. The tension has run higher and higher, and especially if you're I Like Sushi in the wipeout position, about to lose your first checkpoint, I'd imagine those shoulders are feeling pretty tense right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love this wiper pick. A super quick wipeout coming out from Speedle and Steel. That Rainmaker making a mad dash forward. That Tentabella is going to help them move a little bit farther in. It is going to end up getting popped a couple. Oh, my. What the hell? That was everybody's special. Anyway, Speedle and Steel still alive. That was like Reef Slider, Zuka, Booyah Bomb, Ink Zuka.
What is going on? Why? That was literally everybody special, and you can't even pinpoint who threw what.
No.
Even though we know, if you look at the top screen, who has what, but like you can't, like what's happening? Okay, so after all of that, I Like Sushi takes their first checkpoint finally.
Yes, they do. They have a lot of clear space here, but interestingly, haven't gotten a lot of picks. So yeah, Speedle and Steel very quick to answer here. Waiting on the plat is Sakura, now coming from that off angle. God, hard to have a better pick to like just drop behind the enemy team on this map than that Ink Rush, and Sakura is just excellent with that. So Speedle and Steel is going to lose that first checkpoint, but the game is not put away yet. That Rainmaker push, the splash wall that like Otto ran into through the Tentabella shield definitely saved I Like Sushi a good 15, 20, maybe even more points on the board. So it's difficult to say whether or not you know, I Like Sushi is going to have too hard a time coming back, especially when their offense looks anything like this. A lot of quick picks coming out. Saf and Ollie on that Reef Slider, or sorry, on the Reflux is looking to create an opening. There's the Reef Slider. See, I was right.
So yeah, you were like, wait, am I bugging out? Is there actually no Reef Slider? No, there's a Reef Slider in the game. And there's the lead being taken. Oh my gosh, Fusion. It got to the point where you were telling me some information, and I was almost losing track of it because I could hear the members of I Like Sushi getting louder and louder once that wipeout occurred onto Speedle and Steel. But now with the lead in the hands of I Like Sushi, there's a 7-point difference here, 2 minutes and some change left to go. So there's a lot of points between that pit and that ramp into that second checkpoint. Like almost the bulk of this stage's points are right there.
Yeah.
And so an incredible run to try to break through all of the cover fire and specials and walls to try to block them out. I Like Sushi is going to sit very comfortably at a 20. But they can't stop there yet, Fusion. They can't stop there. You can't relax just yet.
No, they can't relax just yet. And that's going to be a trade coming both ways. I Like Sushi, Speedle, 3-on-3 in the middle of the map. They're going to rally around Otters. Tentabella, that's going to be a couple picks. Azuka finds a third. This is looking pretty good for Speedle and Steel. They have a lot of space. There's a member sitting in that top right, but they have space on the left side of the plat. That Rainmaker is eyeing a push forward. They have a Tentabella shield to move, but they can't wait too long. Sakura is going to run forward, but that is going to be the end of it. Otter is alive, but is Otter going to be able to survive to give jumps for her team? No! A nice snipe with some fall off from Ollie on that Reflux. I Like Sushi, 1 minute left on the clock. Cleaning up. They are looking clean.
Yeah, that Reflux snipe that Ollie just had, whatever I just witnessed there, that was clean. That was so clean and quick, and it's like it almost like it didn't even matter, but it mattered a lot to me. It mattered a lot to me seeing something like that from a Reflux.
People hitting shots on Reflux and not hitting the ground makes me happy.
Yeah, no, that I could not agree more. So, okay, so I Like Sushi is still going to push just as hard, even though there's only 30 seconds left and they have the lead. They still want to push just as hard. Brave is kind of getting caught between a rock and a hard place, getting pincered by two different members of I Like Sushi and being pushed back. The Rainmakers is actually in a really good spot to defend. Oh,
we're good.
So it is in a good spot to defend. Spec Cam is kind of saying otherwise. Maybe Ollie is actually saying otherwise with that. So that is a really phenomenal close for I Like Sushi to lock it out. That was 4 different members of Speedle going down right at the end there by Ollie. Wonderful gameplay. 3-2.
Oh my goodness. The triple kill with that Reef Slider. Wild.
Hold on, you guys have to see this. He stood up. He had to stand up. Yeah.
He's outstanding.
He
in his
needed
field.
a second. He needed a second. He had to stand up. What, you bowing? Yeah.
It was overhead, and then it became.
Yeah.
For
What do you
POV.
mean? Of course it was. We're slowly like getting more.
We're getting more what? What?
Fantastic.
What?
Like low, like the camera just
Oh,
keeps
true.
getting more and more weird.
Every time we rotate it.
It just keeps getting more and more weird. And every
Hey
now
guys,
and
welcome
then
to
I'm
SeaBATTLE
hearing
9 top cut.
Yeah.
Get
Anyways,
excited for Royale. Oh my god.
anyways, that was Redemption round 1. Congratulations to Speedle or to I Like Sushi. I Like Sushi will be moving on to Top Cut after this win. So congratulations to them. Speedle getting knocked out of Top Cut for the first time in 2 Sea Battles. They've made Top Cut twice.
No, this is the first round of Redemption, right?
Yes.
I don't believe they are out.
Oh, they're not out yet.
No, I believe.
See, this is why I have you explain because I don't know.
think, Right? Am I crazy?
We could actually have Takapa explain.
Takapa,
He's got the
are
clipboard
they
right
out?
here.
The team that lost.
I was
Yes.
about to put the microphone
That's what I
in front of
thought.
you. Speedle is still in.
Because there's 4 teams in Redemption and 2 make it out. This is different. This is not the round robin pools or round robin Redemption that we've done in our past events. This is like double elim, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So this means that the team that wins, you have to win a game, right, to make it out.
Yeah.
You have to win one match.
One match. Okay. Okay, so that makes it interesting. So this next round of Redemption, the person so who has to win one match?
So right now, I believe that let's see. It might be it's not round robin, but it's like if you lose 2 matches, you're out. It's a 4-person double elim bracket.
Right. Anyways. Okay. Okay,
so we had these 2 matches, and then 2 teams are up here, and then the team that loses, well, the 2 teams that lost will face each other.
Mm-hmm.
So now Speedle needs to win 2 matches to make it out, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Okay. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Or
Okay. And also I
maybe they just need to
appreciated
be
your
true.
hand signals because that was way more
I can
visually.
see the bracket. I
Yeah,
can see the bracket,
that
right?
helped. That helped.
4, 2, and then
I
2.
wouldn't have known otherwise. I wouldn't have known without that. So visual aids are always going to be.
You gotta talk with your hands.
Yeah, a visual aid is always going to be like big plus to me. So big brownie points for me if you use a visual aid. But listen, folks, we have to get our next round of Redemption all set up for you. Fusion and I aren't going anywhere, but we are going to take a little bit of a break before we come back and show that off to you. So don't go anywhere. If you need to go get a snack, maybe you need to go get some cake or a treat or something. This is SeaBATTLE Royale 2026. We'll be right back.